Good morning, good evening, my dear friends. Warm welcome to one and all of you to this session where we have been continuously and progressively dealing with tons of things, all the parameters that connects you towards positivity, that connects you and takes you towards the better side of life. And it gives me a great pleasure. It's an honor to stay connected with you through yet another session. We are able to enroll this presentation. Yeah. And this is going to be the important session for all the professionals, for all the young people who are yet to get into their professional career and stuff like that. And this session emerges to be the very important session. Why? Because we are here to decide, to talk about how you decide on your career path. Many people end up with this mighty confusion because for some reasons they would have taken or enrolled for a course, maybe engineering, maybe medical science, or maybe something else. But as they sail along, they um, tend to discover that there is something wrong with their decision, or they are not able to cope up, or maybe they have made a wrong decision, and then um, they decided well, but then for some reasons the emerging market doesn't have an opportunity for this. Many reasons, right? Probably you end up in more than one reason to call that as a failure, right? What do you do? How do you react? How do you handle it? And these are the things what we are going to discuss. Therefore, you get enough visibility on the certain areas of your profession which had been stable in the market for quite a long time. Therefore, you could make a choice to enroll yourself into the stable portion of the market, or the stable variety of a professional career. Then start looking to accomplish something in parallel track. Yeah, don't mix up your passions versus profession. Passions are variety, right? You want to be a movie actor, then you couldn't get an opportunity to act with Shah Rukh Khan, or who's that, Tom, whatever, right? The Mission Impossible actor. Many females want to act with such handsome actors, and many guys want to act with handsome females. There are so many, right? You couldn't accomplish it, but then continue to work on those passions. And some people want to be a enrolling themselves into NGOs, non-government organizations, and they want to be part of charitable deeds and etc. But for you to be part of those, you need to have money. You need to earn something plentiful, isn't it? Therefore you can give to others and bless others in plentiful. Probably that is your desire. Never ever be dismayed, never ever be discouraged that it's lost, it's over because I made a wrong choice in my career, and my profession is different, whereas my passion is completely on the opposite side. It's contradicting. Yeah, they are not proportional to each other and all that. Some people are blessed, right? What career they pick very much suits with their passion, but there are very few people, probably maybe less than 2 or 3% out of 100 percentage, because most of us, we have to understand this. The world doesn't offer everything that suits your mindset, that suits your lifestyle, that suits your attitude and thought. You have to transform. May there be renewal of your mindset, and may there be transformation within you. That is the spirit related matters. I'm not getting into the doctrinal teaching of this, religious teachings. No, I'm saying we need to change our attitude and thought to fall in line with what the world offers, but you are not compromising on your passions. You're not, dropping a long veil on your passions and saying, this is the end and I'm done. There is no way that I can do this, and live your life in depression, live your life in some sort of disappointment. You don't have to. Sessions like these are going to be very important. It's going to be a little long, but we will see how to close on time. Maybe 25-30 minutes we will try to close. Now, what is a career? What is a simple definition of a career? A career is the job or profession that someone does for a long period until their retirement age, right? The retirement age is not the number of years that you live on earth. Retirement age is 58 or 60 maximum. Some people enroll themselves as freelancers, they don't get the full pay, half pay they get, and they continue on their professionalism, or they enroll themselves as consultants, they get a stipulated pay for that money, and they continue to become professionals until the age of 70, 75, 80, depends. But technically speaking, this world recognizes you as a professional until the age of 58 or 60 maximum, right? Your career is the part of your life. Understand this, that you spend working and you earn out of your working profession, and then you spend your life, right, based on that earning. During his career or her career, you know, you could have done so many accomplishments. Those are rememberable golden memories, and they will continue to hang around your libraries, your special the momentum, you could have those medals hanging somewhere, those awards hanging somewhere, and those are all the golden memories which you will count as achievements, and those are really pretty, and those are really precious. What is career as an example? Now, career actually has two definitions. The word career is often used to refer to a profession, occupation, trade, or vocation. All right, all the not vacation, vocation, trade or vocation, your business related aspects. A career could mean also working as a doctor, lawyer, teacher, carpenter, veterinary assistant, or an electrician, or a plumber, or a cashier, or a teacher, or a hairstylist. Could be anything, varieties of profession. I gave only a list of few things, which is not going to be even less than which is going to account to only less than 5% of the actual number of varieties of professions that are existing in this world. Now, many people ask this question: what are the three or few qualities that you could look in a company, right? Top three qualities, right? The key employers, when they analyze the characteristic of a candidate, this is what they will be seeking. Number one is um, what your desire as far as your reputation is concerned. Are you serious about your reputation, right? The second thing is the career advancement, in the sense, do you have the desire to be a keen learner, keen observer, and then you have the desire to learn more things in your life or not, right? That is exactly what they would be also looking for. And the work life balance is what an employee will be looking for. These are the two or three aspects where an employer versus employee will be always involved, right? And these often show up in an employment surveys as being most important for candidates. When they try to explore about the company, these are the three parameters every employee will be looking for. What will be my credibility, I mean not credibility, what will be my reputation, how far can I grow in my career, is it going to be helping or not, and what will be my work life balance. Is it going to be a stressful job? Some companies demand you to work for 16 hours, 18 hours, and yeah, you end up becoming workaholics, and you're going to kill yourself. It's like a slow poison. Now, according to the history, what was the first job that evolved? While I was researching, I'm sorry, while I was researching, I always had this curiosity to find out what was the first job that existed on Earth, right? Um, Occupations such as farming, tool making, the equipments, tool making, and carpentry. These are the things which emerged as a result of first human creation, such as tools and agriculture. Agriculture and farming were the first things, first occupation that man embraced it. And now that is one of the least professions which the mankind is embracing. Always people want to become IT engineers, telecom engineers, mechanical engineers, chemical engineers, aeronautical engineers, or doctors and psychiatrists and this and that, right? But very few people, and agriculture is crumbling down. Yeah, very sad, right? And try doing something about it. Nowadays the youngsters are really focusing on these lines, and it's a good news. Now, what kind of jobs are there? What are the different categories of careers? We spoke a little bit. What is your expectation for career? But what are the different types of jobs that are existing in the market? Many things are there. I'm going to list down at least 15 to 20. Therefore, you can just get attached to what you want, right? Agriculture, as usual, the food and natural resources that you want to crop, right? You want to grow. And architecture and construction, right? And arts, such as audio video technology, telecommunications, and education and training. Many people want to become teachers, professors, lecturers. Nice profession, right? We all go through that, and we teachers are very important, right? In Hindi, there is a saying, right? Mata Pita Guru, uh, um, then comes God. Mata Pita Guru Devam. Mother and father first, and then comes the teacher, and then comes God. God comes third. So teachers play a very important role, and never ever deny that profession. It's a very good profession. Government and public administration, right? Civil services, where you get into lots and lots of positions where you serve the mankind, you serve the citizens of your country, right? You're part of the government organizations, and hospital and tourism and information technology. I belong to that category. You also belong. Corporate way of doing things, right? Corporate world, and all about computer technologies and researchers involved and stuff like that. You are a computer scientist, you are a data scientist, and you're a big data scientist and stuff like that. Many people are in the manufacturing area, the garment manufacturing things and stuff like that. um, some people are involved in science and technology, researching the astronomy and part of ISRO, NASA, and stuff like that. Some people are in mathematics and physics, and they are much needed in the research centers like NASA and ISRO, and in Israel there are a lot of centers. You see, I've given you a variety of things, and it's for you to make a choice much in advance. Therefore, now again, you need to assess your skills and capabilities and your interest. Don't be injecting the interest. It should be part of your attitude. It should be part of your nature and system, right? In your physical anatomy, in your mindset, that will be given birth naturally. You just cannot inject it. Sometimes injection also helps. Okay, you might not be aware of such a technology. I discovered something that is really super attractive, and I'm very very thankful that somebody told me about this and all that. Then it becomes your passion. All these days you were unaware that there was something available like that. Nice, education is nice, but then don't super emphasize and fall on something to embrace something. That won't work. Over a period of time, it will kind of collapse. It will dissolve. Now, why is a career very important? Right? Career is very important. Why you need to make a career choice much ahead of time is because aside from the physical appearance, there are several other benefits like exercise, more energy, improved mood, improved sleep, less stress, etc. Career is just as important as any other aspects of your life. It's part of your life. In fact, sometimes the life is determined by the career. Because you are happy with your career, job, and profession, that will tell how is your future going to be, uh, how your future is going to be destined, right? You won't have peace at home if something is wrong with your career and job. Check it out. I've gone through those experience many times. And we can't leave a major area of our life unattended, whether it be career, relationships, health, or finances. You won't leave your health diminished, right? You have a pain in some portion of your body, you need to go and get it checked up, right? Pandemic situation, you're having fever, you got to go and get it checked up. Relationships, problems with your wife, you got to fix it. Many people don't fix it, that's a different problem, but I'm telling the right things to do in life, right? You got to fix it. Likewise, career, you got to check it in advance. And over a period of time, you have to rediscover your career because it's not working for you, it's not what you had thought, and nothing wrong, right? You got to rediscover. What is the difference between a job and a career? Many people get what I say messed up with these things. They think both are same, but there is a thin line of difference. A job is a more short-term oriented and tends to focus purely on earning money, right? It's about money, right? That's how you work for 8 hours, you're paid for these many hours. That's it. It's like you're not a bonded laborer, but that's called as the definition of being a laborer or an employee to a company. On the other hand, a career is a series of related employment in one field that provides experiences for your future and helps you to earn a better paycheck, and the living status improves. That includes your morality, your condition of your mental health, and you will become an inspirer to the person because why? You're doing it with a lot of passion, right? Career is passion. Now, why is career path? What is the career? So now, what is a career path example? We are talking about job, professions, and what was the first profession in the history of mankind, and then we spoke about difference between job and career. Now somebody is asking about career path. What is this career path? Career path typically refers to either your path through an industry or your path through an organization. You need somebody to help you, and for which you need to enroll yourself in a job, right? It doesn't come dramatically. And don't keep waiting, oh, this doesn't suit my passion. Enroll yourself and then start developing that career. In parallel, start developing your passion. Who's stopping you? Because if the career doesn't fulfill your passion, this is not my interest. You need earning to live your life, right? Apparently you start developing that. You buy a new keyboard, and the company couldn't encourage you in the music, it's all about IT technology, nothing to do with music. Who's stopping you to enroll yourself for a keyboard class or a drums class? Like how I have enrolled for a drums class. It's my passion and I'm learning it in parallel and I love it. Right? For example, if your goal is to become a principal, you would typically start as a teacher and work on your administrative credentials, right? All these PhDs you would want, an MPhil, you do it. And while teaching, you do it in parallel. And then at some point of time in your career, 10 years, 15 years down the line, you achieve that. And it's an advantage for such people. Why? Because it's connecting career and job and profession, all are connected. But some people, it doesn't end up that way. That's where you need to have parallel tracks established, and we spoke about that also. Now, what are the different types of professions, right? We spoke about the different types of jobs, but we did not talk about different types of professions, right, in detail. Accountant, being an auditor, right, a person who deals with the auditing aspect, the economical status of the company, that guy knows fingertips. Even the MD, managing director, will consult that person. Stakeholders will consult that person. Shareholders will consult that person. Very important person. Nice job, nice profession. Not job, nice pro. Actor, actresses, acting is a profession, right? You act in a TV serial, you act in a movie, it doesn't matter, but it's a profession. Or short movies, people make short movies. Architect, a person who design building, who design architectures, not only civil engineering, right, many other mechanical engineering, they design a lot of truss, right, which carries the load, and the steel structures they build and stuff like that. And the reinforced concrete, if they have to build, that steel is manufactured through mechanical engineering, so they play a key role there. They're connected. You can be author who write books, novels and stuff like that. You can be a baker. I love bakery products, no, this biscuits, cakes, and wow, it's so nice. I can go on and on with lots of profession. Agriculture is also profession, right? You can convert it as your job. We spoke about it. Now, some of the oldest professions are the following. The building profession. Civil engineering was the oldest profession, which has originated between 10,000 to 15,000 years ago. The world itself had begun only 6,000 years ago, right? Many people know this. But even in the ancient ages, before the world was formed, they were able to excavate certain, what to say, the sculptures, you call it as the excavation, right? Geology department. They excavated and they found certain buildings buried, and they found the age was 10,000, 15,000. Farmers, right, always they existed from day one, because what do they eat if they don't do the farming or agriculture? Musicians, its music is as old as like 50,000 years ago. This is what researchers are saying. Now, don't connect it with your divine books and all that. It's not in my Bible, it's not in my Quran, it's not in my Bhagavad Gita. Don't connect it. This is what the scientists, the researchers have found it. You can accept, you can ignore, no problem. But I want you to know that these are some of the ancient professions, and very nice. Why? They are stable enough. You have nothing. You can go, you can never go wrong, because these professions will always sustain. Music, people will be there hungry for music. Some people, my god, always headphones in their ears. Without music they cannot eat food, they cannot go to the washroom, they cannot go to work, right? Even at workplace they will continue to hear, and they are still productive, right? Some people are like that. Artists, like the storytellers, 60,000 years ago some of the paintings were made, and they have discovered it. It's all part of the this thing. Some people are storytellers, very good in communication, and that is very old profession, it seems. And some crazy numbers they are giving. 2 lakh years ago, there were storytellers. Communication got its attention as early as 2 lakh years ago. Clothing, tailoring, and hunters, butchers. You have meat shop and chicken. Many were fond of non-vegetarian. I'm a non-vegetarian, I'm really fond of that food. And some people are vegetarians, don't get offended. I'm telling this, right? And a tool maker, they make a lot of equipments, right? Equipments only not to kill people, pistols and all that, but then you need a lot of tools even for farming and agriculture, right? These are some of the oldest professions, and you can do research, more researches, and you can pick some of your professions to be part of these oldest professions, because they are well proved or proven. uh, Not a proven technology, but a proven profession. Therefore you may want to make your choice there, right? Now, if you want to only earn money, is my criteria, and after that I'm quitting my job and I want to live on my earning and I want to enjoy my life, nothing wrong. You have such a desire, then for you these are the different type of jobs which will fetch a lot of money, right? um, Anest- anesthesiologist. What is this? They give anesthesia, right? And they play an important role before any surgery, and those guys they charge in bulk. I'm telling you, more than a surgeon, more than a physician, more than anybody. Now you want to pick that job, right? Surgeon is also no inferior to an anesthesiologist. Okay. They're no inferior. You want to become a surgeon, then operations and surgery they depend on you. You're a specialist. Next is like, gynecologists are the busiest. I'm telling you, everywhere they are in demand. Why? Because some or other way babies keeps burning. 1 second as I'm talking, 3 babies are born. Therefore you can imagine how many gynecologists can handle so many pregnant ladies and women. You need so many people in that profession, and they make a lot of money because they are very less, right? And what to say, orthodontist and prosthodontist. I don't even know what professions these are. I'm just telling you whatever I have seen and made that little bit. And psychiatrists, they make a lot of money per session. They make a lot of money. Physician, most of these are doctor professions. Why? Because health becomes a major, not a trade or a business. It becomes a major concern, and it's fairly true, right? Because if you're not healthy, you're not able to focus on anything. You're not able to be yourself, and therefore you got to want to get it fixed. Some people are mentally deprived and mentally deoriented and all that. They want to go to the psychiatrist and get it fixed. And the psychiatrist per session they charge a lot, because why? They have to spend a lot of time in analyzing that person and case studies and stuff like that, right? Now these are the jobs that make you rich, right? And there are other areas of the extended jobs. For example, you want to be a professional athlete, you make a lot of money. Athletes, you can be a soccer player, you know what money they make. And you can be an investor, banker, use your brains and be a stock market controller, stockbroker, or something like that. You can be an entrepreneur, you make a lot of profits and money, you can become richer. You want to be a lawyer, you make a lot of money. Extended jobs, I'm saying, right? And you want to be an insurance agent. For per insurance you get a good commission, right? And you're an engineer, of course you pick the right areas. There are areas where there is no stability or growth, right? The growth is slow. I'm saying no engineering is bad, but growth is slow. It doesn't click just like that. Real estate agents, be very careful. You can be crushed to death, or you can be elevated to princely royal life. So you need to make the right choice, and you got to have some guidance. You need to have some godfathers to guide you in these professions. These are some of the areas where you can make a lot of money. Now, what things are most important to you in a career? uh, See, every job is stimulating, every job is challenging. You are able to learn new things and develop your skill set or something like that that's needed, right? What things are important? These are the parameters, right? You need to look at a long-term career path and a short-term career path. Managers will be able to help you. You need to work with your bosses and take their help. And then you achieve measurable results, the results that are measurable and achievable. Don't You can have an uphill task, but you need to be have some quantification, measuring, right? In 6 months you need to achieve this target. If you achieve in 6 months, you are super good. Achieve in 3 months, you are super duper good, whatever, right? That measuring. And only a manager can help you achieve that. A company, the HR department, they define all of this. So you also need to have some measures like this. Feel valued, and be part of the team and teamwork and team building and stuff like that. Never ever be a kind of a one man army kind of thing. Everything and anything I can only do it myself. I don't need teamwork. You will fail, right? You need support from people. You need to help people and receive help from people, right? Opportunities to grow and progress with the company's goals and mission and all that. Be part of the company's goals. As I said, you need not compromise on your passion. That's a parallel track, but that track is outside your company's goal. That is for your weekend, not for the weekdays. Weekdays you need to work for company, weekends work for yourself. That's not a problem for the company, neither for you, right? Be part of a positive culture where contributions are appreciated. If they don't appreciate, you're not recognized, you're not acknowledged, switch your job, no problem, right? Now, what is the importance of making a career related or career oriented decision? Why it is important to decide as early as you could? Choosing a career is one of the most important decisions you will make in life. It's about so much more than deciding what you will do to make a living, right? And to start with that, think about the amount of time you spend at work, and we are on the job approximately 71 percentage of every year, right? You spend only 29 percentage for yourself. Can you imagine this? Therefore, it's the career decision is important. You're going to spend ample time until your retirement age. Now, how do I decide what career I want? That's a very, very tough puzzle or a tough question to answer. I'm telling you, it's one of the toughest question. We're going to wind up in few minutes, so hang on, don't be impatient. Now you can begin choosing a career by taking the following steps, right? You perform a self-assessment, assess your interests, assess your thoughts, assess your attitude. What is that you like? You only can assess it. No one can help. You only know the truth. You only understand what you want, right? That is important. And identify what you must have to keep yourself happy, right? In agile technology, agile way, must have, nice to have, should have, right? You must have certain things to keep yourself cheerful, happy, joyful, and all that. You should have certain things to survive in life. Nice to have is, it's part of your passion, nice to have, but you're not going to die for it. You do not desire it immediately. You can even achieve it in 20 years from now. So it is nice to have. You classify these three things, no? You will know clearly what is your vision, what is your path ahead, right? Identify your must have, should have, and nice to have. Make a list of jobs you explore and then connect it with these must have, should have, and all that. And now research on jobs, research on employers, network with your friends, network with your elders, network with your parents, network with some of the seniors, right, whom you know in the college, and you be in touch with them where they are working and all that. Networking plays a key role here, right? And get trained once you pick something as your career. Start getting trained much before an employer picks you, so that you know the basics. That's the best way to impress and progress in your career. That's very helpful, right? And find and apply for jobs. A lot of employment portals are there, and continue to learn, continue to grow, right? Don't wind up your learning, because why? It'll be hindrance to your career path. You learned as much as before you got the job, then after you get the job you stop your learning. What happens is you will start marching backward. You will become stagnant. You will know only that much. So knowledge is the key to success, so therefore you need to continue. Last couple of things we will see and we will close, right? How do you turn a job into a career? Some people, they don't like that job because that's not their career interest. That's not the career path. But then there are techniques where you can convert your job to be your career. In fact, that might become your passion too. That's a great news, isn't it? Now, don't start marketing yourself when you have already hit the bottom of the core, and update your resume regularly and incorporate your career learning into your life. Network your way and ask for advice, and maybe you need a mentor. Probably what was your passion is not something which could sustain for more than 10 years, and therefore you simply had that passion because you were crazy. Someone told something someday long time ago, and that lingered to your brains, and therefore you are crazy about aeronautics. But then you just have no idea. You just want to be a pilot. Somebody told me at the age of 8, and I want to be a pilot, therefore I'm sticking to that, and I want to somehow desire for it. But then you pick up a different job in, probably in a chemical industry, and then you talk to a person, then he explains you, mentors you about the healthcare industry. Hey, healthcare industry is versatile, man. It's never ending. As long as human beings are there, healthcare industry will be there. As long as healthcare industry is there, the chemical industry will sustain. Why? Because they need tablets to be manufactured. Oh, what a growth here. Then your attitude changes, right? Then you shift your focus, you readjust your thoughts, and then probably that becomes best career. Your passion changes, your job changes. Understand? Get evaluation from your managers and seniors and co-workers. It's nice. Last thing, and then we will close. What are the characteristics or characteristic features of a good employee? You want to identify yourself as a good employee or bad employee? This is the checklist. Consider all that we have spoken in the from the very first minute, and then using those things as a knowledge, or as as an information, you can evaluate against these checklists. Nothing wrong. And then identify yourself as a good employee or a bad employee. If you are a bad employee, don't worry. No, it doesn't take much time to transfer yourself from bad to good. Why? Because you're bad. For many people, no, they don't even know they are bad, and that itself emerges as a big disaster or a problem, because they don't have light on themselves. and we are giving you this light today. Okay. um, know the know that if you're a real professional or not, in the sense the job or career that you have picked up, are you able to excel? Are you able to prosper? Are you able to deliver? Are you able to meet the expectations? If you are not, then that itself is a good indication that you are not a good employee, according to the company, according to you, or according to the world's expectation, right? And are you a honest person? Are you a man of integrity or a woman of integrity? You don't compromise on your integrity. All of us know what integrity is there is, right? You're honest. You don't compromise on your truth. You will always be a man of truth. You're very honest, not stiff-necked and straightforward and all that. You understand other people's mistakes. You also make mistakes, but you're honest to confess, saying, yes, I committed a mistake, I'm sorry, I will learn, I will not repeat. Integrity. And the next thing is innovative ideas, right? um, Always you're a mechanical person. On anything you ask in any format, the answer will be the same mechanical way of answering. You want to solve it in different way. That means you need to develop your analytical skills in solving a problem. That is the next quality. How good you are in analytical skills in solving a problem, that will determine your innovative thoughts and your innovative ideas. Your dynamicity will be measured, and every employer will measure it. Before the employer measures, you measure. It is for your good. No, you're going to measure it before your employer measures, and you're already on the right side, you're already on the bright side, right? Are you ambitious to learn more on the same job and career, or something connected to the job and career, and you want to inculcate those ideas? If you have failed to do all of this, you're not a good employee, you're not a good professional, right? How much of the dependability, reliability have you created in your existence, as far as your existence is concerned in your company? Can the company survive if you resign tonight? You don't turn up to job tomorrow, turn up to your work tomorrow. That determines whether you are a good employee, whether you are a skilled employee or not, right? And it doesn't mean that you should grab the knowledge and don't share the knowledge, but how efficient you are in dynamicity and innovative thoughts, and how quickly you can resolve a problem, that tells that companies needs you very much. If you have built that dependency, the trust in you, then you are a good employee, right? How responsible you are, how duty conscious you are, that is another thing which you can check. 8 hours of work hours, there is a statistics which says 6.5 hours only we can be productive. In that 6.5 hours, are you opening FBs and Twitters and tweeting and WhatsApping this and that? Then that is again sliced to 50%, right? You are productive only for 3 hours. Some people not productive even for a single hour. Then that is also another parameter where you can evaluate your quality of being a profession or a professional, right? These are some of the things which you need to evaluate before an employer does, because the employer is going to be taking hard actions. He's going to terminate you. But why would you want to lose a job, that to a pandemic situation like this, or it could be a recession? It's not good. No, see, terminating is such a shame. You're in the hall of shame, whereas you should be part of hall of fame, is my thought, my desire, right? And the last thing is dealing with conflicts, right? We always will end up with human conflicts, about which we have spoken a lot of sessions. Please take a look at the playlist, it is available, right? Human conflicts, the faster you resolve, the better it is for you, right? The more quickly you resolve, the I mean it happens to be a advantage, it happens to become your strength. Because why? If you fail to resolve, it becomes a blocker, hindrance. Mentally you will be disturbed and you're not able to proceed. Probably you will need the support from that person. He is your co-worker or she is your co-worker. You fight with each other, both faces will look like monkey faces, correct? You cannot work like that at workplace. You need to resolve it peaceful, be peaceful with people, resolve it. You want to compromise, you want to bow down from your egos, do that, and the person will understand you after a few months. These are the things which tells, I'm picking the top 10 9 or 10 skills which will tell that how useful you are for an employee and how useful you are for yourself being a good professional. All right, I'm sorry I took a little longer, but I'm very sure that this is a very important session compared to all the other sessions, because job, career, profession, career path will decide and determine how glorious is your future going to be. God bless you. Stay connected. We will soon meet you with another session. subscribe to our channel, and please pass it to all your friends, relatives, youngsters, and whomever you can. And these kind of sessions are not only going to help the youngsters, even some people who are caught in their mid-age, or even for elders, it will be very helpful. Okay, please leave your comments and feedback, help us to improve on our quality and audio. Bye, take care, and stay safe.